This guide was requested by Shamgar84, that is a platinum member on the YouTube channel. Chapter 1 Sparta. As soon as we wake up from our dream, we would need to interact with the guitar in the same room. We'll get one of the points. Now stay here for about 2 minutes and listen to the guitar playing in the other room directly opposite to you. Now once we leave the room, look left and don't go too close to the guys. For some reason, if you go too close, they'll trigger another dialect and you won't get this morale point. So stay your distance, listen all the way through. Eventually the screen will flash again, this meaning you got the next point. Now number 4, once you leave the room, go into the next corridor. You will find 3 gentlemen speaking together and you will get another morale point. I believe this recording I didn't get one, I'm not sure why. But you should get one right here. I got one on my first playthrough. I'm not sure why I didn't get one on my second playthrough. It's a bit funny this, or a bit iffy this level for morale points, not sure why. But anyway, once you go behind them as they're speaking, you will find another guitar and you will get another morale point. Now the next point you should get, hopefully, is after you finish the shooting range. Apparently there is another point if you mess with the guns in the customization area in the training section, you will get another point, but I have never gotten a point there. But anyway, once we move on to the next area, you will find some more gentlemen speaking to each other, one standing up. Just listen to them for about a minute or so, you will get another point. Now the first note is once you speak to the general and Anna will come and follow you, or you have to follow Anya to the elevator, you will find this one directly just before we hit the elevator. Chapter 2. The next morale point is once we start the level, do a 180, go all the way to the very end, and this one should actually trigger straight away. Some of these morale points are very hard to notice once you do it, so you may have already got one, you just didn't notice it. This is also the Pyromaniac achievement reminder. We have to burn 50 cobwebs, but you should hopefully get this in one playthrough. You don't have to do 2 playthroughs. There are many cobwebs around, so just a reminder to keep doing this once you see them. Now once we find our first enemy, he won't attack us, but you can either shoot him and then Anna will praise you for shooting him, or we just ignore him. So before going up the ladder to the left we just passed, we'll go around the alcove, so we'll go around the corner and you will find another note, and also once we encounter this body we'll find the next morale point. And now the next point is once we reach the top of the ladder, and just follow Anna to the next location. If you follow close behind, it doesn't really matter how far behind you are. But once we get to this point where she's speaking to you, and then eventually once the dialogue finishes, she will start climbing and you should hopefully get the next point. Now this one's very easy I find, but anyway, not a rabbit achievement, it's basically you can't take a single hit throughout this level. The only enemies we get is right here, in this area. So once we start, we drop down to the right, you'll get encountered by 3 to 4 of these watchmen. But don't worry, Anna is very good at killing these things. As I said, there's about 3 to 4 watchmen to the right that climb up from the ledge. There'll be no more watchmen from here, and then the rest of the watchmen that will come down directly in front in the far distance. So it gives you plenty of time to shoot them, to kill them. If for some reason you get hit, feel free to load the checkpoint and try again until you get it. Now, Chapter 3, Pavel. There will be a part in the prison sequence where we need to turn off the light. Pavel will tell you to turn this off anyway, but this is a reminder you have to do this manually about 50 times on different lights. Don't know if you can do it on the same light, I'm not going to try. Anyway, note number 3, once you leave the small pipe, you drop down and pick up some throwing knives. Now do a 180 if you're looking at the dead body, you will find note number 3. Now this next one is freedom. This is at the very end of this chapter, so Pavel will ask you to turn a switch on at the same time as him. Ignore what he's saying, go to the prison cell switch and then activate it. You'll get a morale point and the achievement called freedom. He wasn't very happy that you freed the prisoners as well, but we don't care about his problems. Chapter 4, this was quite a small chapter. As soon as we start, the first node will be located just before the escalators. And now the next morale point is once we reach the top of the escalators, we'll find that there's a leader right in the far back talking. Once he finishes talking, you'll get the morale point. It also recommended not to go too far forward or else the dialogue will change to something else and you won't get this point and you have to reload chapter. And now this is a warning, do not shoot anyone in this sequence. Don't shoot any hostages, don't shoot anyone that comes behind you to start shooting you. Just avoid them and then you'll get a positive morale. If you shoot the people here, even the guys surrendering, you'll get a negative. But for some reason the negative and the positive got the same effect, so you don't know if you've done it right or wrong. What's annoying?
Bastards, блин, they're opening the gate. Drop them. I see them. There they are. Piece of. Stop them. Stop. Okay, let's get out of here.
On to chapter 5. Just to let you know, we're going to get the invisible intruder. We have to beat this level without killing or raising the alarm. We can knock out people though. So just so I don't plaster it all over the video for the entire clip of this chapter 5, I've just done it at the beginning. Once we leave the minecart, we want to go up the planks of wood to the right. Just because we need some ammo, we're going to shoot some lights out. We don't want to be empty and we can't do nothing about it. So make sure you go to the top, get the lunchbox, and you'll find 1 ammo for the pistol that we need and some other stuff. Now drop down and go left, you will find some more ammo. This will give us 4, so we've got 5 extra ammo now. Before we start the stealth stuff now, we want to get rid of the lights here, and we want to get rid of the hazard lights to the right. And now help your friend out. Now this is where the stealth begins. It is very dark, but just hide around here, and hopefully, this only happened to me once. For some reason, there's meant to be 2 guys that come investigate. But there is probably a possibility where only 1 guy comes out and walks down the corridor or the mine shaft area. But if that does happen, you just have to wait extra longer for the other guy to finally come out and walk down the path.
This is a fucking mess. A communist rat found in our tunnels.
He's not the one I'm worried about.
Right. Who knows how many more of those bastards are lurking in the shadows?
All I know is we'd better find them.
See anything?
Let's go check the dead end out while we're at it, just to make sure.
And now once you get closer to the doorway, you will find a light to the left that we need to get rid of. Now ignore the light above. And just stay to the left. Climb these pallets and go over the wall here. Recommended to wait until this area is in complete darkness. Do not jump down beforehand. Okay, this part can be kind of tricky, but it's not too bad. Once you drop down, just stay to the left and wait for the guy to walk away down below. And watch out for the guy above as well. So let's take out the guy walking behind where we dropped down from. Or walking in front, sorry, where we dropped down from. So knock him out, don't kill him. Make sure they grab his ammo. So there'll be a light here. This light will trigger the 2 people in that room to walk away to a different post. So now we just have to play the waiting game until you see the guys walk away. Also, just a word of warning, you could have possibility of 1 walking away and the other one walking a different direction. Either way, you should only have 1 person left in this room. This is what we need. We need the key. Go to the 2nd floor now. We're going to get the note. That's located on the control panel where the guard will walk away from and come back. Also be very careful of the guy patrolling around the outside area. So the note is located right here on the panel. And then with the key, we're going to open the safe now to get some more ammo. Now once we've done that, we're going to head back down where we came from. I did a mistake here. This is also a big warning as well. This may happen to you as well. It happened to me quite a lot actually. If you don't shoot specific lights at the right time, the guys in that other room where we need to get to will turn around and just focus on the doorway where you can't enter no more. So there's a light here I forgot to shoot. So as you see now, I'm going to show you hopefully. In this next room to the left, this guy here will occasionally look to the doorway where we want to go in, and he will not look away whatsoever. So that if that happens to you, you have to reload the level. Luckily enough, it didn't happen to me this time. Also, on your way around, just focus on turning the lights off. That will also give us progress towards the next achievement as well. Now, as soon as we enter, do not shoot this guy here because he's surrendering. And if you do shoot him, we will get a negative morale point. If you don't shoot him, then we get a positive. Making sure you pick up the note in this same room as well. Now, as soon as we leave, this will be the end of the stealth section, and you should get the achievement. Now, the next level, this will be another stealth mission. Once we drop down from the vents, as soon as we go around this corner, you'll see two guys arguing. Or sorry, one guy punching the guy in the face. And eventually, just sit here and watch the dialogue finish, and then you'll get the morale point. Now, the next morale point is not too far away. So go around the corner here, but be very careful, don't go in the light. And listen to these guys talking. They'll talk about a stash in his locker. He's found some stuff and whatnot. After the dialogue is finished, you will get the next point. Now for the next point, we now need to follow the guy right here to the locker, making sure you do not knock him out until he has the locker opened. If you knock him out beforehand, then you can't get it. Just reload level, or reload checkpoint, I should say. Can you ask more? I'm probably going to have this gun for the entire playthrough. This gun's very good. I like it. Now the next morale point, I'm going to go to the second floor and you will hear two maintenance guys talking to each other. Just once again, like before in the other dialogues, wait that to finish and then you'll get the next point. I wish they have like a very small indicator just somewhere on the screen saying you've done something good or bad. It's hard to tell if you've done something good or bad. And now the next morale point is once we get to the meat locker. We need to go there anyway, so can't really miss it. So it's very easy to get rid of these guys. We don't have to do anything to them. Just wait here. One guy will bugger off and the other guy's working on something else. Just go down the stairs and go to the meat locker. The area, well, the person I just knocked out is probably unnecessary, but I wanted the ammunition and turn off the light. Just to get some of the achievement progress made. Once you enter the locker, you will find the guy that got beat up. Do not kill him. If you kill him, you'll get a negative. If you don't kill him, you'll get a positive. So any person that surrenders you, do not kill them. Unless you're in the Spartan mode. To do the bad ending. But as soon as you go through the meat locker, you will enter this bathtub area, it looks like anyway. You'll get another point. Now, at first glance, this looks very hard to proceed on without getting spotted, but it's very easy to do. Now, wait for the guy to walk around or walk over the bridge. There's only one guy we've got to worry about, and that's him. Now all we need to do now, just turn off the lights. And be warned though, the guy to the right will try and turn this back on, but we should be over the bridge before he turns them back on. Well, also we'd be way gone beforehand anyway, so. That's probably unnecessary, but I want to do it anyway. Just to turn the light off. So the last guy we should worry about, I would say it's not really tiresome, just wait for him to sit down and go through the vent, and that's it. That's a very easy segment to do. Or the entire thing's pretty easy to do. Once you hit the vent, you will get another morale point. Now the next morale point is, you see them two guys down there talking? We have to listen to the dialogue to finish the game to get another point. Takes about a minute, but once it's done, it's done.
Aboard ahead. Check that fuse box. The lights are out again.
So your next note 7, key and safe. You've already probably seen the safe already because I went the wrong way. Once you get into the main control area, you will find a single guy up here that you can knock out. In this area there's a switch to open the main gate to leave the area. But in the back door you will find that there's a note, a key, and then the next save is located on the opposite side. You don't really need to deal with this guy if you want to wait for him to look around. But I got kind of impatient, and then I wanted his ammo as well. Ammo's nice to have. Then in this room here that I've already knocked out the guy, you will find that there's another safe. This will give you some more ammo, or, well, not ammo, sorry, it gives you health and money. And then now let's go back to the control panel, press that switch, and then leave the area. Once again, once you leave, this will be pretty much the last of this stealth section, and then we move on to the next level.
Trial of the captured spy from the Red Line is starting. All Reich citizens free from their duties are
Just like
Chapter 7. As soon as we start Chapter 7, there will be a dead body to the left containing your first key of this level.
confusing, but I fucking love
Now also, making sure you remember this is probably a very good level to get the achievement for burning 50 cobwebs. So please make sure for this entire level to concentrate on that. All we need to do is follow the train tracks all the way to the very end to find the next safe. So now the next morale point is before we get to the elevator, or just next to it I should say, there will be a small room to the left that you need to burn the cobwebs to gain access to. As soon as you enter, you'll get the morale point, and this one's quite hard to see flash up because the area is quite bright anyway. So now I'm going to go ahead myself now. There should be some morale points when you enter the elevator, and also when you help Pavel take care of the spiders using your flashlight.
Let's take this baby for a ride.
Make sure you do these both.
So, are we going? What? It's got the wall! Random, we're blocked! The elevator won't take it away! Eat this, bitch! See its belly? That's the
And now
only
once we leave the
vulnerable
elevator,
spot.
making sure your flashlight is on already. Pavel will get ambushed by a spider. You need to save him straight away. If you don't, you won't get a morale point. Also, there is an achievement related to these spiders where we need to use the flashlight to make them, well, turn upside down to show their bellies.
One for all.
You got to do that 10 times. And this is probably the best level to do it, but there is also more spiders on another level. So if you don't get it on this level, don't worry, there's more spiders later on.
You see the stomach? Fill it with lead.
And this place is probably not the best way to get the belly up, because the spiders love to fall down off the side than rather turn upside down. And now number 8 note. Once you get attacked by the spider, Pavel will help you. As soon as he helps you, look to the right and you'll find your note number 8. So eventually we'll get to a part where Pavel picks up a torch. And then for this morale point, all we need to do is stay pretty close to him the entire time until we get to the next doorway. I'm not meaning like suck his bumhole sort of close, but you know, close enough. So once he burns these weeds, or whatever they are, you will get a morale point. Also recommended to go back and investigate the doors way that we couldn't, just so we can get some more ammo and stuff. Also there's the spider back there that you can get another belly up as well. I don't show you this, but yeah, go back there and investigate the rooms, get some stuff. But after we do that, we go into this doorway, go left, and then note number 9. So for this one, we get about 3 to 4 spiders now where you can get belly up. You may get the achievement here, you may not. But like I said before, you don't have to worry about getting the achievement for this level, because there is another level to go with spiders. The best bet for these is don't be afraid of them. Just run up on their business and just follow them around until they turn around. If you just stay there looking at them from a distance, they'll just run away and hide. So you need to physically run after them. Don't be a pussy, just do it.
To reach the escalator.
And now, once you start this chapter, the first key is located just over the bar. Just jump over to find your first key. Now, from the previous location, we're going to carry on behind this bar. You'll find the note just on the side to the right.
And when there are rangers,
And now for the safe. Once we have got the note, and now we want to carry on through the doorway. Do not head up the stairs just yet, just go underneath and go to the left through the hole in the wall. This is the safe. Now for this morale point, this one's pretty simple to find. Once you head outside and slide down the part of the airplane. Now if we go to the left side as soon as we drop, you will find that there's a sewer pipe, and this will lead you to a skeleton. This will give you a morale point, and also there's some filters as well. And now the next thing will be, once we leave this sewers and then stay to the left, we'll find an aircraft. Go to the side of it and you will find another skeleton, and this will give you the next morale point. And also there will be some more filters as well. Right, for this next point is once we go inside and get a new mask. As soon as we get that new mask, we want to go for the first doorway to the right. As soon as we enter, we should get another point.
But this fucking place of death makes me wonder.
Okay, so once you have gone through the side door, so this is where you'll find your shotgun. He'll tell you to go through this side way anyway, so just do it anyway. Once you have picked up your shotgun, and also turn off the light. Now once we head back out, he will say you got some blood on you. And now for this morale point, is we need to not get seen by the watchman in this area. So just follow the AI and you can't go wrong. So for this note and morale points, for the morale point we need to go investigate the plane. Once we investigate the plane fully, we'll get this point as well. And for the note 11, this one's very easy to find. Once you go near the cockpit, before that actually, there'll be a note on the floor next to a dead body. So like I said, for this morale point, make sure you look at everybody you can and hopefully get all the flashbacks beforehand. And you should get this point when you get towards the cockpit as well.
Weird. Chuck, are you seeing this shit too?
It was probably unnecessary of me to go to the back side, or the back side of the airplane. But I just wanted to make sure I do get the morale properly.
They're alive.
Now once we've done this, on to chapter 9. At the very beginning of chapter 9, the first key is located at the first door we go through. So make sure you pick it up before we go through it. And now for the next morale point. This is kind of like chapter 1. I'm not too sure or 100% what morale point is what, so I'll try my best to explain. The first one is located as soon as you leave the doorway, go right and just stand here, and then eventually after the long dialogue you will get the points. Now once you enter the next area, just before you go through the security check, listen to this couple talking to get the next set. Now once we go through the curtain, you'll find the note number 12. Now the next one is once we go to the next area, you'll see a homeless guy sit on the ground. If you listen to him talk, give him 2 bullets and then move on your way. So we have to do it first and then listen to the whole dialogue again, wait for that to go, and then give him another bullet.
We've lost by perhaps donating a bullet. So there are still men.
Right, on to the next one. Now just to the left you'll find 2 chaps talking next to the bar. Once again, wait for the dialogue to finish to get the next one. Okay, this is where it gets kind of confusing. I'm not sure what morale points we're going for. I don't know if it's women be hit, woman to the left, or it's this woman or somewhere else, but I'm pretty confident no, this morale point is the woman crying to the right. Now it's also best to just stand here and just listen to everything she's got to say, just to be sure. And eventually, if you turn around, you'll see 2 children right next to the couple behind you sitting on the bench. Just listen to these children and then follow them once they run away. I'm not too sure what this morale point is, because all the children do for me is run to this location, stop, and then that's it. I don't know if they're meant to speak with them behind there or not, but we still get a morale point for this. I might have already heard these guys to the left, but I didn't actually look at them. But anyway, moving on. Now go to the guy that's making the shadow puppets,
Try to recall how to show you, so that you
or whatever you want to call it, and then listen to him. This takes about 5 to 6 minutes to go through everything, and that'll be the next point. So now in the next area, just before we enter the theatre, we'll find there's 2 guys speaking to each other. Just before we head to the doors to the left. Once again, wait for the dialogue to go, and then the first guy will leave, and then the second guy will leave straight after.
Come back later. This shit will knock you out.
Now the note number 12 is located on the bench just before we enter the theatre. I already picked it up by mistake, so that's where it's located. Oh sorry, that's note number 13, not 12. So for this one, all we need to do is sit and watch the theatre. This takes about 10 minutes to 11 minutes to finish. And eventually, once it finishes, you get a morale point and you should get the achievement as well. Now with that key we found, go into the dressing room with the ladies and then you'll find the safe next to the door just to the left.
Where have you been? You don't like us anymore?
And now once we have gone through the safe and picked up the money, and then turn around and listen to the girls talk about the boyfriend.
I promise.
Jana, let me...
Your dreams. You have your own. Use that.
No, please don't.
Then finish your makeup. It's our call soon.
And the final morale point will be located just before we enter the bar. You will find 2 ladies, one's in the shower, one's in the bathtub. Just listen to their dialogue to finish and then you'll get the next one. So on to chapter 10. This will be the last one for this video because it's quite a long video anyway. But as soon as we go into the vent, you will hear some conversation with the general and whatever his name, I can't remember his name is now. But anyway, you'll see them 2 talking once you go through the vent. Once again, just stay here until everything finishes and you will get the morale point. That is it for this video. See you on the next one.